think we could be there tomorrow. You want to know the truth? And I'll go back to Sarah Cannon. When I was part of Sarah Cannon before it was Sarah Cannon, it used to be the Mini Pearl Network. At that time, community oncology research was not a thing. It was all being done in academic centers. But there was a group of us that wanted to bring research into the community. And we had to earn that trust. We had to be better, faster. The integrity of our data had to be cleaner. You'd cut MD Anderson some slack, but you weren't going to cut Nashville some slack. You certainly weren't going to cut Cincinnati, Ohio, some slack on the integrity of their data. We had to be better and we had to be faster. It's like basketball. Tall guys have to prove they're bad. Short guys have to prove they're good. We did that. Clinical trials are expensive. They're very expensive. So when a pharma wants to do a study, you have, this is what I need to answer the question. But built into the trial is also what I want and also what I fear. I don't want an FDA audit. I'm going to get an EKG every week. Did I need an EKG every week? Could argue about that. Did I want it? Maybe. I need 25 slides. I needed 2. But the 25 will support our efforts in drug development or other areas. We have these needs, wants, and fears. If you're going to be able to decentralize it, you have to now break it down into a simpler process. Because as you said, not everybody is a seasoned trialist. I've been doing trials since I was a second-year fellow. They were inventing the wheel back then. And I do trials, I can do them in my sleep. But that guy who's out there in rural Idaho, I need to help him. So we have to have educational tools that can be delivered on demand. We can do that. We have telemedicine, we have learning platforms, we can do micro-learning systems. I can think of 10 different ways I can do this. Do I need a site initiation visit that trains an entire staff? No. Need to know. Mrs. Jones is coming in for this trial. Who's the pharmacist? Who is the nurse who's going to manage it? Who's managing the data? Who's the investigator? Get the information to them at the time of need to know. Truthfully, they'll do a better job because my site initiation visit may be months before the site is activated. People are sitting watching 300 slides while doing their email. But when you know it's your patient coming in on Monday, you're going to pay attention. So I actually think they could do a better job. IRBs can be settled in one day. Drug delivery, I can get Amazon to deliver anything I want tomorrow morning. Distribution is not as big an issue as it could be. You start noticing, if you actually break down what we do and what we need, there aren't as many barriers. And so what do I think that time frame should be? Every doctor will come up with a treatment, but generally it's not delivered for a week. Why is that? It takes time to get the approvals, the insurance approvals and things. So unless it's a real emergency, and there are some, unless it's a real emergency, you have that time. You can get them up and running. Now I know that I have everybody telling me that that can't be done. I've been told this forever because I've been an advocate for this for a long time. I was inspired by somebody who did he built the strategic planning modules for Procter & Gamble, which is centered in Cincinnati. He had a rule while we did strategic planning. He helped us. We were given the wonderful gift because we were treating his family. And he said, unless it defies the laws of nature, it can be measured. Unless it defies the laws of nature, it can be done. Stop saying no and ask how. And so I think that's where the answer is. We as a community, as a cancer community, have to decide we are not just going to identify the problem, we're going to solve it. And it's solvable. So that's my Dave Waterhouse hat. That was, I'll get in trouble for this from some people because they've heard me say it more times than you can count. Yeah. Sarah Cannon is trying to address it. They have a model called STAR, which can deliver a clinical trial in 2 weeks to a different center like this. It's been focused on rare diseases or uncommon findings, or rare biomarker found out in, because remember, the U.S. oncology is now representing maybe 20% of the U.S. population, so there are rural inner city communities. 2 weeks is sometimes too long, in my opinion. They are trying to address it, and they focus not on the common, things, but the rare. And I'm like, it should be for everything. They've heard me in more committee meetings, star for everybody. So I think that there are efforts to do it. I applaud Sarah Cannon for the efforts that they are doing to do this. I want them to do more, but I'm selfish. I want them to do more.